This is a video about Ophiuchus and Orion, and it goes with a video that I made with my telephone and my tilted globe in my living room. I'm going to start out in the markings section and put up the meridian, which is the same as a midheaven in an astrology chart. I'm going to put up the galactic equator. Come on, galactic equator, and the galactic grid. And I'm going to filter out the sun's light so that we can see the stars even during the daytime. I'm going to put up my little time window so I can click through the hours. And I'm going to put my location window up here. I've got Brooklyn as a default location. And I'm going to select Valdivia, Chile so that I can have two locations that are at about the same longitude. TU Valdivia, but a latitude of about 39 or 40 degrees north or south of the celestial equator. So let's see, where's Valdivia, Chile? There's Valdivia, Chile. So we're basically going to be able to go up and down this longitude either from the north Brooklyn or to the southern hemisphere Valdivia, Chile. All right, so we've got it on Valdivia, Chile now, and that's the southern hemisphere, so we've got to turn around and face the north to see stuff that's along, that's at about the level of our celestial equator. And I'm going to put up the lines. Let's move that window over a little bit for the constellations so that they are easier to recognize. And I'm going to click through the hours so that we have Ophiuchus on the midheaven. Let me have a little bit of a pull in our field of view a little teeny bit so you can see the whole constellation. And I'm going to put up the art for just a second so you can see the head of Ophiuchus when we're looking at it in the southern hemisphere is closer to the horizon and the body is closer to the zenith. And if I click back to Brooklyn and we face south, we'll see that Ophiuchus is inverted and the body is closer to the horizon and the head is closer to zenith. All right, let's go back to Valdivia, Chile. I just like to try to get used to seeing things from a southern hemisphere point of view because I live in the north and I know most people live in the north. And so it's good to be aware of how things look from the southern hemisphere. All right, so here we have Ophiuchus on the midheaven. I want to click on the first star that I talked about when I did the phone video. So this is Theta Serpentis, and I've clicked on it, and so we've got the information coming up. Galactic longitude and latitude is what I'm showing with my cursor. We're only interested in the latitude today. So the latitude, the galactic latitude of this star is about 51 minutes north of the galactic equator. You can see my cursor running almost up and down on the screen for the galactic equator, and the star is right next to the galactic equator. And now I'm going to click on the other star that I showed in the phone video. Come on. Epsilon Ophiuchus, and you can see the over here in the information box that they give us when I click on the star that it's plus about 31 degrees. Or another way we could do that is we could count the 10-degree boxes from the galactic equator. I've got the cursor on the galactic equator now, and I go 10, 20, 30. So the star's a little bit more than 30 degrees north of the galactic equator. Now let's click through about 12 hours until we have Orion on the midheaven. And let's get rid of that information from Ophiuchus and click on the first star that we looked at in the phone video from Orion, X2 Orionis, and you can see it right here next to the galactic equator. And then if I go over here in the little box of information that Stellarium gives me, we see the latitude is 0 degrees 52 minutes, just a little bit less than 1 degree south of the galactic equator. And then I'm going to click on Beta Orionis here, or Regal, and then go over here and look at the latitude, and it says negative 25 degrees, or we can count from the galactic equator 10, 20, 25 degrees. Let's see, what was the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to show the celestial equator. So we're putting up the celestial equator now, and you can see where the celestial equator goes right through the middle of Orion. And I'm going to go forward in time until we've got, whoops, I went a little bit, I clicked too many hours. 1 hour, yeah, okay, now we're getting to where we've got the intersection of the celestial equator, which is the blue horizontal line, and the galactic equator, which is the orange line that's going almost north-south, not exactly north-south. I've got them right on the meridian. And so you can more clearly see that the galactic equator is at an angle of almost 60 degrees to the celestial equator. And so that's, when you think back on the telephone video that I made and remember how the globe was tilted with the axis at an angle of 29 degrees to the horizontal plane of the Milky Way galaxy, think of that as you're looking at these lines shown here on Stellarium. In fact, another thing we could do is we could switch things around so that we're looking at things from the point of view of the galactic equator being horizontal. And when you see the galactic equator going horizontally across the screen, then you can see the celestial equator going almost up and down the way it looked on the globe in the video that I made with my telephone. All right, I'm going to stop here and thank you for watching. This is this is Our Sky Astrology. It's a video from the How Astrology Works series. Thank you very much.